as voting is not just on the horizon, voting is underway already in tons of places. Early in-person voting is underway now, both in Virginia and in Illinois. If you're going to vote absentee this year instead of inside the polling booth, that's underway too. In at least 9 other states, you can now start dropping off your absentee ballots early and in person. Pennsylvania, Minnesota, Michigan, South Dakota, Wyoming, New Jersey, Vermont, Alabama, Mississippi, Delaware. I mean, if you are freaked out about the integrity of this election and the likelihood of your vote being counted when you cast it, everybody's planning their vote. I mean, figure out how you can get your vote in as early and safely as you can. If you have received the application for an absentee ballot in the mail and you're going to vote absentee, get your absentee ballot application in right away, immediately. Do it right away if you haven't done it already. If you have received your ballot in the mail, fill it out and get it in right away. Do not delay. If you're going to vote in person, either early in person or on election day in person, make a plan. Who are you going with? How are you going to get there? What's your transportation plan? How are you going to keep safe in terms of COVID? I mean, don't be afraid to overplan for this. You might get stuck in line. Even if you've never been stuck in line before, you might get stuck in line this time. Don't let that flummox you. Plan for it. If it turns out there is no line, you can treat it like a windfall. It's a little rounding error in your favor. But plan for there being a line. Plan for it being a long line. Expect it. Don't let it stand in your way. Don't let it surprise you. Don't make it something that causes other plans to fall and to fall around it, to potentially make you leave the line and risk not getting your vote in this year. I mean, we've seen long lines for in-person early voting already, including in Virginia over this past week. Even in Fairfax County, where Trump supporters showed up en masse this weekend to try to intimidate voters and poll workers at an early voting site in Fairfax County, we've seen long lines there as people aren't intimidated, and they keep turning out. We saw long lines in DuPage County, Illinois today. People waited 2.5 hours in line in Illinois today to vote on the first day of early voting. Wherever you are going to vote, whether or not you have ever had to contend with a line before, there might be a line this year. Bring something to sit on if you're going to be in line for a long time. Bring snacks, bring water, bring a mask for yourself, bring an extra mask or two maybe in case somebody else forgets theirs. Charge your phone, bring an extra battery if you've got one, dress comfy, bring a jacket. Go with friends or family, make a plan. Overplan. If you have overplanned, you can send me hate mail after the election saying, Maddow, you made me overplan. I could have done lots of other things that day. I will accept your hate mail at the time. Overplan.